So they had a mock trade, Bleach Report, I believe it was. Lions trade Sam Laporta to the Commanders to move up from 17 to 7th in the draft. They get a third tight end, Ben Sinnott, and they give up their 17th first round pick, I think a 6th rounder and a tight end or something like that. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I don't know much about the tight end they're getting back. There were some rumors that they like the tight end out of Utah, who he didn't do much at one point and then kind of exploded. Can't pay everybody, especially the cheap ass Lions, but shit, if you like somebody in the top 10 that much, yeah. You got the Conklin kid. You can draft somebody. I think they still got the dude Brock Wright. So be it. I would do it. If Drew Petzing is this tight end whisperer, so be it. But one thing about it is you lose a red zone threat. So, you lost Tim Patrick, you lost Sam Laporta a little bit last season. So at this point, you need Isaac Tesla, somebody else to step up to be that big target in the red zone. And it's just imperative at that point too, especially if you don't have a big target in the red zone. I feel like it's imperative at that point as well that you need a guy, you need to run the ball. You need to be successful in short yardage situations. And I just think that's not talked about enough when you go into the red zone. They struggled in short yardage all last year, and they got away from David Montgomery. So I would do it. I like Sam Laporta, but if you don't plan on playing him $20 million a year in Washington, I'd like to see what he do. That'd be a good look for them. I know they recalibrating their receiving core. I think Debo's still a free agent. Terry McLaurin is good. I feel like they took somebody else over there that was pretty good too. I feel like they had another couple guys over there. But, Laporta, get him Jaden Daniels, a great option, solid in the run game. But for Washington, the main idea for them, they need to run the football. That's the only thing about it. When your wide receiver is leading, or your quarterback is leading y'all in rushing, and he already thin. Washington number one thing is shouldn't be to throw the football past the line of scrimmage. They number one thing is we need to be able to hand the ball off 20 to 30 times and not have Jaden Daniels playing outdoors in the cold in the NFC East, tossing it 30, 40 times a game or in running it. That's the number one thing for Washington. I think Laporta helps them, solid in the run game, great safety valve. He's an all-around tight end. I wouldn't be mad if the Lions paid him because he can get jiggy down the field. He can catch. He a yak tight end. Great red zone, great hands, great character. Can stretch the field, can do he's the damn near the perfect tight end that you want. Solid run blocker, solid pass blocker. That's an upgrade for them. But in reality, what Washington needs to do, they need to build a team where they handing the ball off 20, 30 times. Where Jaden Daniels can have to make anywhere from 10 to 20 critical throw or 10 to 20 throws a game. That should be their aim. So then as he get 80, 90% through the season, 70% through the season, and you in situations where he needs to throw for y'all to be successful, he will be fresh enough to throw. Allow him to lean on the running backs. That's not just say, well, we can use his legs as in the run game. We can use the short passing game as an extension. No, you're going to end his career. Let's get him that running back they got. I like him a lot. Mikulski. Let's get a real running back. They should have got David Montgomery as well. Let's get a real true running back in this draft that we can hand the ball off to, and we can sprinkle in Mikulski. We just need a situation in which what Chicago did. The reason Caleb Williams kind of passed him, obviously health, Chicago said, you know what? We're going to run the ball with this rookie, and we're going to run this ball for DeAndre Swift. Washington is not physical enough to be a dominant football team. They must be physical at the point of attack. I think Laporta would be great for them in the point of attack. It's a mindset to run over people. Your coach got to have a mindset. And after that, they possibly worried about receivers. I'll be worried about running the ball and protecting my quarterback. So I like this trade for them. I would like to keep Sam Laporta, to be honest. That would be my prerogative on it. I would like to keep Sam Laporta. He's overall good, but if you got to pay him a dub, you got to pay, Jameer a dub, you pay J-Mo, you can't pay everybody. But they most definitely did struggle without him last year. And the Lions would have to, develop Tesla as a red zone threat. Amon-Ra is a good red zone threat. If they can run the football, they should be good there. But you need that target. You lost Tim Patrick. You lost Sam Laporta. So, Tesla got to be that target. You hope Tyler Conklin can be that target. And somebody brought that up, that they got Conklin, who can be a starting caliber tight end. That mean that they could be possibly moving on. There's talks about them liking tight ends in the draft. So in that situation, yeah, if I can jump up to 7 and, get somebody I really like. I mean, I don't know how the Commander fans feel about it, because just thinking about their team, they need a receiver. I don't know about their O-line. They might, obviously I need a running back. I keep saying that to go with my man's, receiver, probably get a receiver down there, get a good running back a little bit later. Marshawn, like, they could lose a corner. There's a corner who was injured, I think, for Tennessee, who looked pretty good. You probably can get down there. So I mean, we'll see. But if I'm the Lions and I like somebody in the top 7, I mean, yeah, I do it all day. I mean, Laporta, you got to pay Laporta, but one thing about it is Washington getting a real one. Laporta is going to help y'all in the red zone, in the run game, in the passing game. You hate to get rid of somebody that can move the chains the way he can move the chains. He can yak and run for touchdowns. He can stretch the field. He a great red zone. His character is very high too. So, them type of dudes you don't want to get rid of, to be honest. Like, them the type of dudes you don't want to get rid of. But Washington definitely be getting the top tier guy. I really don't want to get rid of him, but I would understand if it's somebody you really like inside that top 7, I get it. But if it ain't nobody you really like, then, and you got the tight end whisperer coming in and Petting, I mean, I don't know. But then again, if you have a great year like that with Petting, you're going to have to pay up that guap. Then Big Sean have a song called Guap. So, I mean, that's up to them. But, I don't know if Commanders will want to do that deal. But just thinking that they want a receiver, a tight end, a running back, offensive line possibly being deep, I mean, they could fall back and be good. So, I don't know. But you got to pay. Well, you can tag Laporta for 2 years too. So, I mean, yeah, it might not be a bad. I mean, for them, you definitely getting a weapon. But, be honest, for Goff, you lose a red zone threat. You lose a, all around type that can literally do everything. So that's hard to lose. But, hit the link in the description. Say find me everywhere. Find me on X, Facebook, Instagram, the whole nine. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Peace.